Hello, crafty friends. It's Elisa from Paisley Papyrus. Today I am stopping by to do a twofer card in today's Christmas Days Stampin' Card series. We are going to start with this one and then we are going to move on to this one. So let me show you what you will need to start with this card. First of all, you will need a lemongrass card base. This is an A2 size and it's in the color lemongrass, like I said, from Fun Stamper's Journey. Next, you're going to need a sheet from your Cozy Prints, and we are going to be using this one right here. It is our Pretty Stripes that is in that series, and I have mine already pre-cut. Actually, I have all of my Fun Stamper's Journey pattern papers pre-cut to a size that makes it easy for me to get crafting quickly and easily every time I want to sit down and make a card. So if you haven't watched it yet, you need to go over and find my There Is No Such Thing as Sacred Paper video, and I will link that at the end of the video. But it shows you how I pre-cut all my paper so that crafting is quick and easy for me. Then after that, you're going to need 2 scraps of white. The Cozy Print paper is cut to 4 by 5 1/4, and then we have this Cranberry Bliss piece that is cut to 4 by 1 3/8. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is, let me show you the other elements of our card. You're also going to need the Holiday Script bundle by Fun Stamper's Journey, and this one has Believe, Christmas, Peace, and Joy. You've seen it in my other videos, and I also bought it with the matching dies. And then we also have, for today, Mistletoe Doily. This is by Spellbinders, and it comes with 3 dies in it. And I love this. It's only $15, and I think it's fantastic. Please forgive my dog barking in the background. Then we also have this one. It's from Our Home to Yours. It's by Spellbinders as well. And we are going to be using the Santa from this set. Now, if you are wondering what I have all my dies in, I currently have them stored in little pouches by Totally Tiffany, and I pretty much love everything she makes. So you'll see a lot of her stuff around my craft room if you were to stop by and visit. But we're going to be using this Santa right here. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we will take our piece of paper from the Cozy Prints, and we're going to use the background die from the doily die set and put it on there and run it through our die cutting machine. And that is going to give us a piece that looks like this. My pieces are all stuck together off camera. So this comes out. Now we're going to take this piece and we're going to set it aside and save it for our second card. So we have this and we have this so far. Oops, got a little something on my card there. Then we are going to use our big Santa here, and we're going to cut him out of our bigger piece of scrap paper. Lay him down, run him through your die cutting machine, and you will end up with a Santa that looks like this. So we will set him aside over here, and then we will take this Santa and we will tuck him in behind just like this. So I have his boots behind, and then I have the coffee or tea or whatever it is that he's making coming out the top, just like that. So that's the base of your card. Believe it or not, you're almost done. So then your next step is to take this piece of cardstock here, and we are going to go ahead and stamp him. Now I have actually gone ahead and pre-stamped. Pre-set up my Misty so that it is ready to stamp both sentiments for both cards. And I set it up, and I clearly, let's see how I did this. Oh, was it like this? That's how it was. I had him like that. Okay. Sometimes it takes me a second to figure it out. Okay, so we have him set up like that. We're going to open him up. We're going to use our black licorice ink from Fun Stamper's Journey, and we're going to put a little bit of that all over him. Close up our Misty. Give it a slight press across. Not too hard. You don't need it to be too hard, but do you see how I don't have quite enough ink there, or at least not enough to suit me? That is the beauty of using the Misty. I will ink him up one more time, give him one more quick press, and voila, we have perfect images. So then I'm going to take that and set it aside. I would, of course, would clean that, but I will do that later when you're not with me. And I'm going to pull out the coordinating dies that go with this holiday script set, and I'm going to lay the word believe over top and the word joy over top. And then I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. And then, having done that, I will have this beautiful believe sentiment ready to go on my card. Let me tuck that away, set this aside, get him out of the way, and we are ready to assemble our card. So let's take this together here and flip him over. Now I am going to use our Journey adhesive right here. My son is coming in and out the front door for some reason and is making the dog bark, so I apologize for that. We're going to take that and we're going to set him right here on the front of my card base, just like that. And then we're going to take Santa. We're going to put a little adhesive on the back of him. He doesn't really need that much. It's not like he's really going anywhere. But if you saw, I only put adhesive down here in the corner so that I could tuck my Santa in and get him just the way I want him, which is right about there. And then I'm going to press him down. And he's good to go. Next, we're going to take our little strip of Cranberry Bliss, put a tiny amount of adhesive here, line him up down here, and whoop, see if I can get him straight. You know, whenever I'm on camera, for some reason I have issues with keeping things straight. I got to work on that. Now, because of this little bit right down here, I'm going to switch to my Journey Craft Glue. I'm going to hold him up close so you can see what I'm doing. Any amount right there. Sorry, it appears that the camera just went a little fuzzy on you. And then put him on. And then I'm going to flip him over and lay him right there like so. Give him a gentle little press. Let him dry. And then I'm not sure, I think you have to have a party through Fun Stamper's Journey in order to get these days. But if you have a someone who is a co-op through Fun Stamper's Journey, you can get those, or through me. These were a hostess benefit, a Bloom benefit before, and they are still available, but you have to do a little extra legwork to get them. These are called All the Things, and inside of it we have some sequins, which are really fun. So I'm going to take okay, you can see I've used a good chunk of one. I'm actually on my second set. So I'm going to take the big one and put him right here. And then I'm going to take a small one and I'm going to put him up. Whoop, the adhesive didn't come off the back of him, or off the transfer paper. And I'm going to put him up here. And there you have it. Card number 1 is done. Okay, so next we're going to move on to card number 2. He was pretty fast and simple, right? So for our second card, you're going to need whoops, hold on a second, sorry. We're making this card now. You're going to need a card base in A2 card base in Pool Play. Then you're going to need a scrap of white that I've already shown you in order to stamp the word joy. And then you're going to need a scrap of Pool Play. And then you're going to need some tiny, tiny, tiny scraps, if I can figure out what I did with it, of Cranberry Bliss and Lemongrass. And then you'll be good to go. So we're taking the piece that we cut out from that first card and we're going to use that on this card. So the very first order of business is we have, again, from that video that I told you about, there's no such thing as sacred paper. I have a card base from Cozy Prints. Let's see which one this is. Sorry, I moved it off screen. But this time we're using this polka dot. It's nice big lemongrass polka dots, and they're super cute. And before we put him down, we are going to wrap him with some of our lemongrass thread. And it looks like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is flip him over, and I'm going to put a tiny little dollop of adhesive on the back. And then I'm going to lay my lemongrass thread right here. Sorry, my sun, like I said, keeps coming and going, and my dog barks every time somebody comes through the house. So I'm flipping it over and just making sure that I tap that thread into the adhesive every time I go around. And then we're going to do right here one final one. So it's gone around 3 times around the front. We're going to give him a little snip right here and put it over here. Put this here, a little adhesive here and here, and put him down on the card. Lining him up with all the corners and giving him a nice press. And there you have him. So your base is already started. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to take this piece of scrap paper here that I mentioned, and we're going to pull in our Fun Stampers Journey circle around dies, and we're going to use, the way these work is you have a cutting die and then a piercing die, a cutting die and a piercing die. So you can put a cute little pierced edge on the inside. We're going to use the second to largest circle die. We're going to lay that on our scrap of paper, and we're going to grab our, again, from our Home to Yours from Spellbinders, we're going to put the Santa's bag right here in the center. We're going to run that through our die cutting machine. And after we've done that, you will have a circle that looks like this and a cutout that looks like this. So, do you remember these little pieces here that I mentioned? We're also going to take those through our die cutting machine. Now these are a little more tedious, so I definitely did them before I started the video. Let's see if I can grab them in here. I think, nope, that says 2. This stamp set is really cute. It has 2, let's see if I can pull them out and show you what they say. So it has the big Santa that you saw, and it says Merry Christmas, and then we have from our home to yours, and then we have the little holly and berries right there. So let me set these aside, and we would run the holly and berry through with this one twice and then with this one twice, and then you will end up with some sweet little holly berries just like that. Okay, so let me set that aside, and now let's construct our card. So the next thing that we're going to do is put some foam tape behind. I have the foam tape by Fun Stampers Journey right here. We're going to put him on first. Since this is going to be behind something, covered with something, no one will know that we cut out that center part right there. So we're just going to cut a little snippy here, a little snippy over here. I'm sorry, this is kind of boring to watch, isn't it? Generally, I actually prefer the foam squares because they're faster, but this is what I have over here at the filming station. So then we'll peel the backing off of those. Now you just saw me use those little scissors on this. This is quite sticky, but those scissors, you have no problem with them because they are non-stick. So give them a little rub. If anything does stick to them, give them a little rub and it comes right off. I absolutely adore those scissors. So we will take our little blue background and put him right here. And then, now here's the trick, is to get this straight in whichever direction you want it to be. So we're going to take a little dollop of glue kind of all around the edge on the outside. I should not have put that in the center, but it will be okay. As with most things in crafting, it will be okay, so don't worry too much about it. We're going to set him right here in the center. Give him a gentle little press, give it a second to adhere, and there you have it. Then down here we have our little bag. As you saw earlier, I had already stamped the joy and cut him out also with those matching dies. So over here we're going to take our tiny little pre-done bit of holly leaves and berries. We're going to flip him over and put him right here on the bag. Isn't that cute? I think that's so cute. I absolutely love that. Okay, so we're going to cut ourselves a tiny bit more of the foam tape. And let's do just a smidge more down here. Set that aside. Oops, did I make it too tight? Nope, it is okay. He does not want to come off the backing for me. I just cut off all my nails because they were starting to split now that it's winter time. We'll see if I can get those back. And then we're going to take him, flip him over, put him down here in this little corner, just like that. We're going to take our Joy, add a little adhesive to the back of him, and put him, it does not take much, a little goes a long way. Put our Joy right there. Take our other holly leaf, if I can get a hold of him. Oops, he does not want to stay in my hand. Flip him over, add a tiny dollop of Journey glue. And we're going to put him right here on the end of our sentiment. And we're very close to finished. All right, so what did I do with my lemongrass thread? Here we are. I'm going to do my triple bow again. If you've been with me, you know I'm in love with this triple bow. So we're going to take my 2 fingers, go around once, twice, and a third time, and loop it over. Snip it right about there. We're going to take it down through my fingers. Whoops. Down through my fingers on that side. Pull it up. And then we're going to use this right here and come back. My fingers will cooperate today. Down through here and go left to right, and pull it tight. And then we have a tiny little triple bow that is stuck to my fingers because I pulled it tight, and now I have to wiggle it off. It's a beautiful fall day here in my neck of the woods over here in Virginia. Okay, so we have our sweet little triple bow. For some reason, I got my tail coming through where I don't want him. So let's pull him back to the back side where he belongs. And what did I do here? I did something to my bow. All right, maybe he does belong up front. Hang on, I have to go get my glue dots, so I will fiddle with this guy and get, oh, there he is, get my glue dots. I'll be right back. It would not be a video for me if I didn't forget something. So let me set him down for a second, and we'll pull off a glue dot right here. I love how they come off on these cute little carrier sheets, because that means I can get things precisely where I want them. So we've got our little bow here. Actually, I think both of them are going down through the wrong way. How did I do that to myself, I wonder? All right, there we go. We've got our bow finally going the way we want to. And we're going to set him on our little glue dot here. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I've done here, but I have made a mess. I have to start all over. Did you see that? I undid it. Okay, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Down through, around, left to right. Up, and get him through my finger and pull him tight. Okay, and down and off of my finger, a little faster this time. Wow, I have a lot of work to do on these videos. I'm so sorry, friends. I'll get good at this eventually. And then I'm going to take him and I'm going to set him in that glue dot down there. Pull that backing off. Give it a little smudge to make sure all my glue dot is behind my bow. And we're going to take him and put him right over here on the edge. And snip off my tails so that they're actually on the card where I want them to be. And then again, from that all the things, I'm going to take the white sequins. Can you see those on there? I absolutely love these blue and pink ones. I'm kind of hoarding them until I find like the perfect thing. So we're going to take one of the biggest ones and we'll put him down here. If I can get, they don't want to come off the carrier sheet for me today. We'll put him right about there and we'll use these two up. I am not having a good day of filming. I'm so sorry. him and put him here. And then we'll take him and put him up here. And there you have it. That card was much simpler the first time I did it. I'm not quite sure why I had so much trouble the second time. But now you see a second card from each. And there you have today's tutorial. Thank you for joining me. I hope you'll come again in spite of my mistakes today. Thanks. Bye.